Power doesn't shout, it whispers. It hides behind calm faces, polite smiles, and quiet rooms where real decisions are made. Most people think power is about dominance, but Robert Greene revealed the truth. Power is psychological warfare. It's the art of control, deception, and timing. The powerful don't fight. They make others fight for them. And in a world built on perception, the ones who understand these laws rule silently over those who don't. These aren't theories, they're rules that have shaped empires, destroyed kings, and created legends. Let's uncover them, one by one. Robert Greene is not just an author, he's a strategist of human behavior. In his masterpiece, The 48 Laws of Power, he didn't teach people how to manipulate others. He taught them how to see manipulation before it happens. Because power isn't evil. Ignorance is. Every day, people lose jobs, relationships, and opportunities, not because they are weak, but because they don't understand how power really works. The truth is simple. The world runs on hidden rules. Rules that the powerful use to influence, control, and dominate silently. Greene spent years studying emperors, warriors, and leaders who mastered these laws. And now, you're about to learn the most dangerous 5 of them. But remember, this isn't about becoming ruthless. It's about awareness. Because when you understand power, you no longer fall victim to it. You rise above it. So sit back, clear your mind, and listen carefully. These are the lessons the elite live by, and the naive never see coming. Law 1. Conceal your intentions. The first rule of power is simple. Never reveal your full hand. Those who show all their cards lose the game before it begins. Robert Greene calls it the art of concealment, a strategy that allows the wise to stay 2 steps ahead, while others expose their moves through emotion and ego. Throughout history, the greatest leaders mastered this law. Julius Caesar didn't announce his plans to seize power. He pretended to serve Rome until he controlled it. Even in the modern world, the same principle applies. The more people know about your plans, the more power they have to destroy them. When you tell everyone your goals, you create invisible enemies, jealousy, resistance, and manipulation. But when you move in silence, no one can interfere because they don't know what to attack. Silence builds mystery, and mystery builds influence. In power games, people are drawn to those who seem unpredictable. The quiet one in the room, the person who speaks less but observes more, that's the person everyone fears. Not because they're loud, but because no one knows what they'll do next. So learn to move like smoke, visible but untouchable. Let your actions confuse them. Let your calmness deceive them, and let your results speak louder than your words. When you hide your intentions, you control the narrative. People can't prepare against what they can't predict. And while they're guessing your next step, you've already won the game. Remember this: power isn't in revealing your truth. It's in controlling how much of it the world gets to see. Those who talk lose. Those who plan in silence rule. Law 2. Never outshine the master. One of the most dangerous mistakes in the pursuit of power is shining too brightly in front of those above you. Robert Greene warns, never outshine the master. Because power is not only about strength, it's about ego. The higher you climb, the more fragile the egos you encounter. Throughout history, many brilliant minds have fallen not because they lacked skill, but because they made their superiors feel small. Kings destroyed their advisors, CEOs crushed their rising stars, and mentors turned against their prodigies, not out of logic, but out of insecurity. Powerful people crave recognition, but they fear replacement. When you make them feel overshadowed, you awaken their paranoia, and paranoia is deadly. So, learn the subtle art of strategic modesty. Let your superiors feel superior, even when you know you're smarter. Let them take credit sometimes. Make them believe you're their loyal student, not their rival. Because once they trust you, they'll open doors you could never break down by force. History is full of examples. Nicolas Fouquet, the brilliant finance minister of France, threw a lavish party to impress King Louis XIV. The king was indeed impressed, but also humiliated. Within weeks, Fouquet was arrested and imprisoned for life. His crime? Outshining the master. In contrast, those who mastered this law, like Machiavelli, served power with humility, learning its secrets from within before rising on their own. The wise know that real power doesn't rush. It hides behind patience, and patience builds opportunity. So when you find yourself in a room full of powerful people, blend in, don't dominate. Praise before you advise. Learn before you lead. Because the ones who rise too fast are the first to fall. But those who rise quietly, they never fall at all. Remember, your goal is not to steal the light. Your goal is to control the room once the light fades.
Law 3. Always say less than necessary. Words are powerful, but too many words destroy power. Robert Greene teaches, powerful people impress and intimidate by saying less. The more you say, the more common you appear. Silence has weight. When you speak less, every word carries meaning. But when you talk too much, you reveal your thoughts, your emotions, and your weaknesses, giving others the tools to use against you. Throughout history, the masters of influence were never the loudest voices in the room. They were the calmest. Leaders, negotiators, kings, they understood that mystery commands respect. Because when people can't read you, they imagine power behind your silence. In business, relationships, and politics, silence often wins more than words ever could. Imagine two people in a meeting. One talks endlessly, the other listens quietly. Who seems more confident? Who controls the energy of the room? It's always the one who doesn't rush to fill the silence. Silence creates tension, and tension creates authority. People lean in to understand what you're thinking. They fear your reaction because they can't predict it. That's the hidden psychology of control. So, master your tongue. Speak only when your words can't be ignored. Let others reveal themselves through their noise, while you build your strength through composure. And when you do speak, make it sound final, not open for debate. A calm, short statement, delivered with confidence, is far more powerful than a long explanation filled with emotion. Remember, weak people seek validation through words. Powerful people seek control through silence. Greene once wrote, "The more you say, the more likely you are to say something foolish." And that's the truth. Every unnecessary word dilutes your presence. So from today, learn to pause. Learn to observe before reacting. Because in the world of power, silence isn't emptiness, it's a weapon. Use it wisely, and people will listen even when you don't speak at all. Chapter 12.
Law 4. Use absence to increase respect and honor. In a world obsessed with constant attention, the most powerful move is disappearing. Robert Greene calls it one of the rarest and strongest forms of control. Use absence to increase respect and honor. Why? Because presence loses value when it's constant. The more people see you, the more they take you for granted. But when you step away, when your voice, your time, and your attention become rare, people start to crave it. Scarcity creates desire. Think about it. A celebrity who disappears at the height of fame becomes a mystery. A leader who speaks rarely makes every word feel like prophecy. Even in relationships, distance can turn indifference into longing. That's the hidden power of absence. It forces others to remember your worth. In the ancient courts of kings, wise advisors would withdraw after a victory, allowing their influence to grow in silence. While others fought for attention, they ruled invisibly through patience and timing. Their disappearance wasn't weakness, it was strategy. Today, the same rule applies. If you're always available, people assume you have nothing better to do. But when you become selective, when your presence feels earned, you transform from ordinary to essential. Absence also protects your energy. It gives you time to rebuild, observe, and plan your next move, while others exhaust themselves staying visible. Power doesn't come from chasing attention. It comes from controlling it. So learn when to vanish. Don't explain, don't announce. Just disappear for a while. Let silence work for you. When you return, you'll find that your value has multiplied. Not because you changed, but because the world finally noticed what it was missing. Remember this: respect doesn't grow in noise. It grows in distance. The powerful understand that presence loses meaning without absence. Sometimes stepping back is the most dominant move you can make. Disappear, not to escape the world, but to make the world notice your return. Law 5. Crush your enemy completely. Mercy sounds noble, but in the world of power, mercy can be a trap. Robert Greene's fifth law is cold but true. Crush your enemy completely. Because when you leave your opponent with even a small chance to recover, you plant the seed of your own downfall. Throughout history, empires have fallen not from outside attacks, but from enemies they spared. Julius Caesar was warned about Brutus. He ignored it. Napoleon underestimated his rivals. They returned stronger. The lesson? A wounded enemy is far more dangerous than a dead one. Power is not about cruelty. It's about finality. When you defeat a threat, end it completely. Don't leave room for revenge, rumor, or rebellion, because unfinished battles always come back, louder, angrier, and more determined. But this law isn't just about physical enemies. It's about psychological ones. Doubt, fear, toxic relationships. When you decide to remove something that weakens you, remove it fully. Half measures lead to full disasters. Think of power as a chess game. If you knock down the king, but leave the board open, your opponent still has moves. But when you remove the board entirely, the game ends on your terms. Crushing your enemy completely doesn't mean hatred. It means closure. It means protecting your peace so no threat remains to shake it later. In modern life, this could mean cutting off manipulative people without guilt, ending toxic partnerships without explanation, or confronting your fears until they no longer exist. Partial victory is temporary. Complete victory is eternal. Remember, power rewards those who finish what they start. The moment you hesitate, you give life back to the very thing trying to destroy you. So, if you must fight, fight once, fight smart, and never fight again. Win completely, then move forward in silence. Because in the game of power, mercy is not kindness. It's weakness disguised as virtue. And in a world where strength is survival, the strongest are those who leave nothing undone.
Power is a force that can elevate you or destroy you. The 48 Laws of Power teaches us that the world is a chessboard and we are all players. Every move must be deliberate, every action measured, and every word weighed. The 5 laws we explored today: conceal your intentions, never outshine the master, always say less than necessary, use absence to increase respect, and crush your enemy completely, are strategies used by the most successful leaders, entrepreneurs, and rulers throughout history. These laws aren't about being ruthless for the sake of it. They're about awareness, strategy, and control. When you understand how power works, you no longer fall victim to it. You rise above it. Remember, power rewards those who act with clarity, patience, and precision. Emotions can cloud judgment, but strategy strengthens it. If you found this video insightful, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Stoicism Rules, because we'll continue uncovering the hidden strategies the elite don't want you to know. Stay aware, stay calm, and most importantly, stay powerful. Thank you